Hello there, welcome to another new playthrough. Welcome to the second game in our Need for Speedathon. Today we're taking a look at Need for Speed 2 on the original PlayStation. This game, of course, also was available on PC. Now, I know some of you who might know well about this game might be asking, well, why aren't you playing the Special Edition? Because that's the best version of the game, right? And yes, you are correct, it is. However, I actually have already done a playthrough of that game unrelated to this series many years ago, and you can still find it on my channel if you want to check that out. So, if you want to know how that went, make sure to look for that. I'll link it below if you want to see that particular playthrough as well. Anyways, so this game is it's notably different in comparison to. It is very, very much different in comparison to the original. Compared to the. Sorry, I'm having a moment here in my head. Compared to the original Need for Speed, it is super arcadey in comparison. They just went balls to the wall and said, "All right, let's just go absolutely ham," and that's exactly what they did. So, in comparison, if you thought the Need for Speed might have been interesting, oh, believe me, you're in for a completely different ride this time. This game also came out in '97, so it means analog support. It actually does work with this game, thankfully. The way it's integrated is a little weird, but you can get it working. And as much as I love the music in this game, I do got to turn it down just so it's not like overwhelming compared to when I'm talking. So, anyway, so there's that. So this playthrough is going to consist of both a tournament and a knockout. The reason I'm showing both of these is because there are two different unlocks and they're both segmented in a tournament and knockout. So it'll be a little bit longer, but not by a substantial amount or anything. This isn't still too particularly long of a game. But anyway, and yes, we're keeping it in arcade mode. I do not like the simulation style in this game at all. The first track we have here is Proving Grounds, which is basically a very high-speed oval track in Norway.
These remote testing grounds put some of the work.
And anyways, so you saw how the car list was in the original Need for Speed. Now, Need for Speed 2 goes absolutely ham with the car list. You have a McLaren F1, a Ferrari F50, a Ford GT90, a Jaguar XJ220, a Lotus Elise GT1, Lotus Esprit V8, Ital Design Kala Isdera Commendatory 112i, and another one which we will show later on. So yeah, and you can also get little details about how each of the cars perform in individual little stats there. Now for the end, guess what? You can also change the color of your car in this game, which you could not do in the first Need for Speed. Unfortunately, even though you see a black McLaren F1 in that picture, you can't use black as a color. Very dumb. They did fix that in Need for Speed 2 Special Edition, but this is not Special Edition, so whoops. We'll just go with this blue for now. And we will be using the McLaren F1 for this first track because, well, as you'll see, if you use really any other track or any other car for this first track, you are going to be in for a bad time. So let's go. And yes, this game is probably going to look way better than what you will remember if you played it on a real PS1 thanks to DuckStation, PGX6P, upscaling, and the frame rate is not ass. It's actually 60 frames per second because this game does not have the same 30 frames per second cap that the first Need for Speed did. Because on real hardware, this game performed so poorly to begin with that there was really never a reason to put that cap on in the first place. So we get this beautiful 60 frames per second when you overclock the CPU, and man, does it honestly, in my opinion, really it really changes the experience of the game, like big time. So I didn't mean for what happened there to happen, but it's fine. We got 4 laps, since we can still catch up. And yes, this track even has a pit stop. Not that it matters, because it doesn't really do anything. It's just there for aesthetic purpose. It's just there for aesthetic purposes. The F1 does in fact have an active arrow wing. Although it's I wouldn't particularly say it's in the case of this game it shows it off very well. But yes, the F1 does have an active arrow wing. Does frame rate really matter that much? Yes. Let me explain something for a lot of people who might not understand why I'm hyping about this game playing at 60. When you are someone like me who are so used to playing a lot of games at 60 frames per second, it's almost kind of like a bug. Like it's sort of like you can't escape that visual pleasure it gives to your eyes seeing a game look this smooth. So for me, 60 frames per second is a big deal. And because this game on original hardware runs poorly. It has very bad fluctuating frame rates, like big time. In some cases, I would almost be tempted to believe it goes into single digits at the absolute worst. Well, the run and oh, jeez, my voice. Well, Sonic, in the case of the run, it's more because the game was tied to that frame rate, and uncapping that kind of just causes some problems. Doesn't make it completely unplayable, but yeah, it's the engine was like, well, I'm not designed for this. But for me, yeah, 60 frames per second, if it's doable and it doesn't break the game, I'm always for it. Which is gonna suck when I get to Need for Speed Heat, because my hardware, it's gonna be pushing my hardware badly, which I don't know if I'll be able to get that game running smoothly on my current hardware at 60 frames per second, at least while streaming, unless someone decides to fix that. But I'm not holding my breath. I'm not. Like, don't be wrong, if this game always ran very smoothly at 30 frames per second, I wouldn't really care that much. It doesn't. It really doesn't, though.
Congratulations, you have won the race.
So yeah, sadly, we don't get any FMVs this time for winning. We just get a little screen there. And yep, this game still has a password system. Boo. But we can take care of that.
Congratulations, you've got a top time for this track.
Yeah, I thought that first lap, me kind of getting a bit screwed up, would have hurt my chance of beating the record time. Oh, well, it's not particularly a big deal. And no, I'm not going to be putting my full name in because I know this game has a 6-character limit, so my name wouldn't fit. So we're just going to put THR. Oops. We're just going to put THR, and that's going to be good enough.
Congratulations, you just beat the best lap time for this track.
But we did at least beat the lap record, so that's nice. So anyways, yes, Thundi. Anyways, so I will do it just like I did with the first Need for Speed. We're gonna do 2 tracks per part because why not? So next up, we're going to the Outback out in the land of Australia.
Enjoy the breathtaking view as you cross over the Harbour Bridge into the bus.
Again, a very high-speed focused track, but on a very larger scale. It's got a few corners, but nothing too overly substantial. And again, because of the high speedness, we're going to want to use this McLaren again. But I'm going to paint it green. Might as well switch up the colors because that's, again, a feature. Okay, so now I wish this game, what it would have done is if you finished an event in like first or something, you'd start there in the next race, but no, not the case. I think it does that in knockout mode though, but not during the tournament. I wonder if I can imagine just if someone tuned in saying, "Oh my god, I remember this game," and then on my PlayStation, then they tuned in and like, "Whoa, why is it so smooth?" I also realized I forgot to change something, and I might ask a mod to do that. Can you please change the title of the stream so it says Need for Speed 2 and the game? I forgot to do that, and I don't want to pause to have to do that suddenly. If you don't know how to do it, it's just exclamation mark title. Just change it so like it's just replace the Need for Speed bit with Need for Speed 2 and leave everything else the same. I know a mod is here, so oh, you might notice the LOD of that McLaren is far away. Like the LOD doesn't load a side profile. It just has like, it's just like an image of the side of the car. Weirdo, please, are you there? I need you. I need you like for something urgent. They deserved it. They're. I'm the superior McLaren here. Damn it. You type exclamation mark title, just change the Need for Speed bit to say Need for Speed 2 and leave everything else the same. Yeah, just copy paste that. Just without the quotation marks. Oh, whoa. I'm getting... Serious? What? Did it seriously... Is it not title? I swear to God, I thought it was exclamation mark title. Oh, Twitch. Come on, man. Is it stream title? All one word?
Best lap.
Like the game, if you put an exclamation mark game, it will change. Like it should change that, hopefully. But I don't know why it won't. I thought the title was just exclamation mark title. Well, there you go. It's now changed. Oh, are you serious? Did it not change that either? Oh, for God's sakes. I swear to God, I could have sworn that's what it was. I don't know. Did Twitch change it? Or am I just remembering wrong? I never remembered it being set title. I think Twitch has changed it. I swear to God, I'm convinced they have changed it. It's either because of that or it's because I thought it was a Twitch thing. I didn't realize it was a bot thing. Thank you for clarifying. I am stupid. Do not listen to me.
Lap record. Final lap.
Anyways, apologies to everyone watching on YouTube wondering what the fuck I'm blabbering about. When have I ever listened to you bar to stinger approval? Damn, that actually kind of hurt a little bit. I am not gonna lie. Oh, also one thing I should do. Wait, what? Oh. Oh, wait, no. Oh, there we go. That's what I was trying to choose. I forgot this game actually does have a radar view. It's not enabled by default for whatever reason. You have to manually do that yourself. It's very strange. I don't know why it's like that. They should have just they should have just had it as on by default, personally.
Weirdo is the smelliest of mods.
Record.
And there we go. a bit of a handful with everything happening there, but we got the W. We got the W.
Won the race.
And we also got the best total time too this time. Does that say grow PG? No, wait, no. I think that's a D. Gurdur PG.
Congratulations. You just beat the best time for this track.
I have been asked to refute the past statement.
Congratulations.
Oof.
You just beat the best lap time for this track.
All right. Anyway, so there we go. That's the second of the 6 down. So now we go over to the third track, which is North Country, which is
Here at the crossroads of Northern Europe.
a pretty twisty track, to be honest, around Northern Europe. And because of the fact it's a more twisty track, I'm actually going to use the Lotus GT1 because again, it's the best. It's like honestly the best handling car in the game. I'm going to go with the kind of like the maroon red looking color there. Okay, well, I learned that I don't have a reset button. I could have sworn this game has a reset button. It didn't have a reset button. I could have sworn, like, something's... true. No, real life doesn't have a reset button, but, you know. Also, I don't really... And to answer your question from earlier, since now Boo's cleared it up, I don't really give a single fuck about Overwatch 2, to be honest. I stopped caring about Overwatch a long time ago because that game just kind of stopped. Just I don't know. I got bored of I'm kind of bored of those kinds of games now. The whole, like the PvE stuff and whatnot. Like there's too many games now doing the same sort of thing, and it's oversaturated to me. Do I hope that it will be good for those who do care about it? Well, of course. Obviously, I don't want the game to be a shit game. It's just not a game I think I'll go out of my way to play personally. But so long as the game is good for the people who enjoy playing it, then that's all that matters to me. It's hard to say when it comes to the handling because the game is on a newer version of the Frostbite engine. So I can't go off of videos until, you know, again, I played it myself. I just don't want it to be shit. That's all that. I don't want it to be shit. But of course, because it's Frostbite's an honestly pretty shit engine, I have my concerns. Hopefully they don't fuck it up.
Lap record.
Oops. Could have turned a little sooner. These graphics were once upon a time acceptable. I had such a hard time when I plugged my old NES. Look, back then you looked at this and said, "This is good." It was just what the technology was capable of at the time, and now we're in a much different state. The Run was the first Need for Speed game to use Frostbite, so you can probably understand why that game handles honestly like ass. I hate the AI sometimes in this game. I really do. They got about the same spatial awareness as a fucking Nissan Altima driver.
Speed 2 and Eagle 3 supremacy.
Speed 2 and what? Thank you for the bit. But yeah. So it's like I was saying, the AI in this game has about the same spatial awareness as a Nissan Altima driver. Hello, Maddie. Come on, grip. You're supposed to be the best handling car. Why are you sliding through the corner? Well, apart from having a few up and down moments so far with this, both the stream and the games, everything's fine. Can the AI like fuck off, please? Like, stupid fucking Nissan Altima brain intelligence ass drivers here. I mean, at this stage, at this stage, they're almost leaving Nissan Altima drivers behind and reaching into the territory of BMW drivers. I literally stayed over to the left side so that they wouldn't bump into me. They still bumped into me. They're just texting and driving. It's obvious. I mean, it'd be pretty crazy for them to be texting circa 1997, when texting was like not a norm at that point. Oh please, stupid R. Ugh. Playing Snake on their Nokias, yeah. There we go. That works better. I want you to think back to the 1960s. Statistically, there have been zero traffic incidents caused by texting and driving. Yeah, good. It's a good point. Also, Clementine, I'm playing game here. You are directly in my face now. Clementine, please. Please move. Please move. Oh, God. She just wants my attention now.
Lap record. Final lap.
I have to pause again because I can't see the screen again because of her. Clementine, please. You're getting in the way of the video game. Come on. Thank you. She's a good cat, but sometimes she'll just hop up, do all the stuff doing, and do cat things. Still not very good at that corner. The GT, Franco, the Lotus GT1 is A-class in this game. That's why you're seeing McLarens and Ferraris and Fords with me right now. The Esprit is the one that's in B. At least in this game, the Elias GT1 is part of the A-class field. Like maybe in the special edition, the GT1s and B class, but I don't think it is. I think it's alongside the others. I was doing fine. Oh, good. They both went wide. Yeah, maybe I should have just stuck with the McLaren honestly. All right. We're fine. Everything's fine.
Congratulations, you have won the race.
Okay. Yep. We know. Come on, game. We know. Anyways. Now to a track I do somewhat prefer. Pacific Spirit. Which is in Canada. Specifically in the BC area.
Year-round playground.
And I think for this one, we're going to go with the because I'm feeling a bit different. Let's go with the F50. See how we get on with this thing. And let's paint it purple. Why not?
Three, two, one, go!
Guys, I know the F50 isn't quite as good as the McLaren on the top end or the Lotus around the quarters, but I didn't want to just do the same thing I had to do with the first NFS. Okay, I didn't want to have slow down that much, but there's a little shortcut here, which this one. Okay, so the invisible walls on that one are bigger than they honestly should be. Cool. Just what I needed. At least the one thing that the F50 really has going for it is it's got damn good acceleration. Oh, for God's sakes. So sick of this AI sometimes. The fact that they just pretend that you don't even exist. Oh, there's been an accident. Oh, there's been multiple accidents. There's been a lot of accidents. I slowed down for that wall so I wouldn't become another one of the roly-polies there earlier. All right, we're gonna see if I could actually do this shortcut better this time. All right, ease up. Don't take it so sharply. There we go. I was cautious there, but it's the thing you can do. Does the F50 have a different horn? What, this? Because I'm pretty sure that's the horn it has. Pretty sure that's the same one that's in the 512TR and the first Need for Speed. Ugh. Another thing I don't like about this game is you tend to hit, like, if you're in like the air or something and you brush up against the wall, it always hooks the car and sends you into a rolling mess. always happens. Oh no, Clementine, what are you doing back there? Oh, McLaren served as my way of not dying there. I just caused a bit of murder. All right.
Lap record.
There we go, 54, 59. Oops. And just switch things up. Let's just go this way this time. Because whilst that shortcut is effective, you also don't go into this section with as much speed, so if you're very good at taking it, you could probably not have to let off as much as I had for that one cut there. I also like how you can see like kind of the texture wrapping there, how it looks kind of flush with where the lights is, but then you get to the middle, it's like, oh no. Again, as I was saying earlier about the collisions and such. I hate the AI in this game so much. They have no fucking spatial awareness. They are BMW drivers. I gotta focus on just getting back up there at this point because, well, we got one lap to do it. Like, honestly, that's been my biggest problem with this game so far, like, in terms of playing it, is just the AI just constantly barge and run into you and pretend you're not even there. Like, you do not exist to them. And there goes the yellow Ferrari. Gotta just hope that I don't get any kamikaze bullshit here. Okay, no, I think we're good. They do actually ease up a bit for that little bit at the end there. And there we go. So despite their best attempts, I still won.
Congratulations.
Yep. Yeah, yes. Great password.
Congratulations.
And there we go. That's 4 of 6 down, and 2 more tracks to go, starting with the Mediterranean, which is a pretty nice track. I actually find it, even though it's listed as an advanced track, I don't find it to be as difficult as the previous 2 tracks before it. Unfortunately, I was going to use the GT90 with this car originally, but the handling is worse than I thought it would be, and I don't want to drive it anymore. We're gonna use the F1 again. We're gonna go back to a car where everything will be happy, fun times, and hopefully don't have fucking F50 drivers kamikazing me into a windmill. Oh, God. Oh my God, this game is really testing my fucking patience right now. It's just giving me all the crap in the world with the physics and the AI, lack any spatial awareness. This game, oh God, oh man. So if I sound stressed, it's because I am. Check in the stream archives channel when I put the archive up of this if you want to see just how bad this went. I was like, I thought this was gonna be fine. Everything would be fine. The game just decides no. I saw that Skellington said earlier there was at a restaurant where you had like PS1 games on the tables. First of all, what fucking restaurant is that? Because that sounds cool as hell. Second, I'm sorry. Honestly, Goldie, it really just depends on the game. Not like, yeah, some games during this period were very bad with this, but not all of them were. There's a lot of still really good racing games from this generation of gaming. But I wouldn't feel discouraged because of what you're seeing here. This is a poor example. Need for Speed 3, Need for Speed High Stakes. Both excellent games on the PS1. I played Need for Speed 3 only a couple years ago on my actual channel, the PS1 version, and it held up amazingly well. High Stakes is like my all-time favorite Need for Speed game, and I'm looking forward to playing the Complete Edition. I mean, I know that Complete Edition mod's going to be hard because of one specific event, but at least I know in that case it's more based on skill than, you know, actually than this. Oh my God. Geek Burger, that's a great name. It was a table with because I remember it didn't have a PS1, but I used to have a restaurant I used to go to a lot as a kid, when me and my sister were young, when my mother would take us to a place. It was called Filthy spelled P-H-I-L, like the name Phil. Filthy McNasty's. The food was always really good. That's why we went there frequently. But the first building they were at, they used all the booths had like TVs in them, and they didn't have consoles, so you didn't play like PS1 or anything, but you could watch like TV and watch like have a TV at your booth. It was awesome. They moved to a different building later on, and whilst they still had some booths with TVs, it was kind of toned back a bit after that. I believe they're not around anymore. Oh, for crying out loud. The problem with braking this game is that it doesn't really work as you would want it to, because the problem is you hit the brakes, the car's back end just kicks out like you're drifting around corners. So you have to pretty much brake before the corner, then turn in. It's not like braking in corners is not always the most useful. Went to another burger place that had a PS3 with okay, that's actually pretty cool. I imagine if this was years ago, I imagine it's probably either not there or they've updated the rig since. Oh, believe me, if this thing had mechanical damage, it would make me want to sit here in a ball of emotional damage. Believe me, the people watching this, if the people watch this on my YouTube channel with this thing all split up and all the bad attempts taken out, it won't really be that bad for them watching wise, for the most part. But for the people who want to watch the full thing on stream, because, you know, there are some people who like to hear and see everything. They're gonna have a riot, probably laughing at me for being a bad driver, so.
Lap record. Final lap.
That's lap record. I did a 33:15, and that's apparently a lap record? Okay. See that little jump there, that still got the car doing a bit of a slide. Just like, come on. Ah. No, it would turn. I don't know. I don't know about that, Go Man. The good news is, right now they're a bit back. I just have to concentrate. Ooh, geez, it tried. It really, honest to God, tried to screw me there. Thankfully, we're still in this. Fuck you, game, I won. Fuck you, game, I won.
Congratulations.
Oh my God. Oh, Jesus, that was not an experience I thought I was gonna have.
Congratulations.
Oh my God.
Just beat the-
Look, all that matters is that we got the win, and that's fine. That is the important thing at the end of the day, and we achieved it. Oh my God, oh my God. Anyone watching this still after all that, I thank you. I love y'all, seriously. Anyways, final track for the tournament, Mystic Peaks, and this one's a doozy.
This remote region in the Himalayas.
This track in Nepal, this track is absolutely silly. And because you don't get that much high speed in it, we're going back into the Elise because there's a lot of twisty sections and handling will be useful here. So we're gonna be using the Lotus.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, this track is just like this track really is the congratulations, you have made it through every other track. Now let us enter you into the insanity portal. Oh. That happened. And yeah, you can see with this track in particular, it honestly feels like they just threw everything at the wall. They just said, hey, we should make one very silly, one hard track. And they just threw everything together. It's like, right, we've made it. And this was the result. Playing this game again, this PlayStation version, even with the enhancements to improve the experience, this still has nothing on the special edition. The special edition still has its quirks. It's not perfect either, but compared to this, it feels like a night and day difference. Oh boy. Again. I get... Oh, for crying out loud. No, no. Okay, I know what's coming up. There's a bridge coming up. I have to let off a little bit for this bridge, because if you floor it, you will front flip. Oh my god. See, another thing too, you notice how if you run into like the back of their vehicle, it just like it throws like the control of your vehicle away from you. Like, I get it, like, you know, that would probably destabilize most cars, but that's like still a little bit much. Just try not to run into the fucking F50 here. Oh, come on! That hit the rear quarter panel of my car and it made me do a flip. Oh, jeez. Can you get out of the way? Like, come on, my guy. Oh, the tunnel section flows terribly. It's probably one of the worst parts of the track, honestly. It's cool. It's a neat visual, but that's about it. What the hell was that? Like, slammed to the side of the car and it basically froze my car into place for a split second. Oh god, they took each other out. Oh no, whoa, okay, that triggered a reset, so I'm a bit surprised by that, but whatever. Trying to get past this F1 here. Kind of hoping he just floors it here. Oh, see, it almost happened to me. It almost caught me and did a front flip. That's why I say you gotta let off there, because otherwise you are doing a front flip. Oh, what the oh, what the hell? Well, there goes that. I was making some progress there, and that went out the window. Oh, that F50, it took a nasty hit.
Lap record.
Right into the median. I wasn't even trying to do that. Just got in the way. Honestly, most of this playthrough, right? What? How? Why? Most of this playthrough has either been me fighting with the physics or the AI. Oh, for the love of Christ almighty. God, if you're still there, weirdo, is me playing through this giving you more of enough a reason to not touch this game? Because I feel like if you did, you'd be screaming at it. Which, by the way, you will have to touch this game eventually because good luck, this game has achievements on the Retro Achievements website. And guess what? You also have to do it in simulation physics for most of it too, so... if I was playing the special edition of Need for Speed 2 on the PC, I think this would be Goldie. I think this would be going a hell of a lot. Oh, for God's sake, a hell of a lot smoother. Yeah, and that's another thing about NFS2 SE. In the tournament section, certain cars are used in certain races. In the actual tournament in Special Edition, for this track, you actually use the lowest class of vehicles. Oh, good. Okay. Thankfully, the F1 in front has spin, so that at least gives me a chance.
Lap record. Final lap.
Oh God! Oh, I should have let off a little bit there. Okay. Why? What in any sense does that does going at that speed up that section result in a front flip? How does that make any sense? Oh, for God's sakes. It's all falling apart at the worst possible time. I can't even cheese the section because the physics just tell you to fuck off, basically. I thought maybe, okay, maybe just wall ride it a little bit. No. You cannot do that. Again, why would it cause the front of the car to shoot upwards like that? I am very much easing up here right now. I can still win this. I just need to like. Oh yeah, okay. The F50s are out. And before they just immediately catch back up, rendering what I said pointless. Okay, did not expect that to happen, but I'll take it. Gets that F1 out of the way. I don't know why it tried to do that with the physics there, but at least I'm still on my wheels. Damn it, I was really hoping the F1 would have fucked that up. Oh, you. This is my last chance here. Yes, come on. Oh, yes. We are in business. Okay, crisis averted. Oh.
Congratulations, you have won the tournament.
And there we go. That is the tournament win. And, well, I didn't beat it by much, but I did at least beat the total time as well, so that's nice.
Congratulations! You just beat the best
I had a better top speed in that during that section than the fucking guy in the F1, interestingly enough. And there we go. That is all champion status in the tournament, but we're not done yet. We still got to do the knockout because there's one more unlock to get, and you can only get it through the knockout. So the knockout things are pretty simple. You cannot choose which order you do the tracks, and when you pick a car, you have to use that car through the entire thing. But we do have an extra vehicle because we won the tournament. We have the Ford Indigo. Now, the Indigo isn't exactly the fastest in terms of acceleration or top speed, but this thing, if you thought the Elise GT1 handles on a dime, you haven't seen nothing yet. The Ford Indigo is basically the closest equivalent you'll get to an actual full-on race car in this game. So we will be using it. Now, you might be saying, but wait, aren't you going to Proving Grounds? Isn't that a big mistake? Well, not exactly. And you will see.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yes, Clementine, what are you doing back there? My cat is still hasn't left the equation yet. So yes, the Indigo is a bonus vehicle that you unlock once you complete the tournament, and you can basically use it in the game, including the knockout, which is why I'm using it here. And as you can see, because the Indigo only does about like 186 and whatnot, it is actually put in the lower field of vehicles with the likes of the Esprits, the Kalas, the Isderas, and the XJ220s. Now, both the Isdera and the XJ220 can still reach over 200 miles an hour, so I won't be catching them here on the Proving Grounds. So I'm going to be stuck here perennially in 5th place, but that's okay because it is a knockout after all. And what's the point of a knockout? Well, the last place driver after each race is eliminated from the knockout. And when it comes to this, well, I don't have to worry about finishing 5th here because all I have to do is at least finish not last, and then I will move on to the next round regardless of what happens. Also, it's only 2 laps per track rather than 4, so the knockout will go by quicker as a result.
Best lap.
Yep, so whilst we were perennially stuck in 5th place, that's still above 8th, and again, we just need to finish above 8th.
Congratulations. You've got a top time for this track.
But yeah, you can see there, though, that the people in front of me, 200, 204, 201, 205, and I was topping at about like 186. There was nothing I could do there. So we will be saying goodbye to the only driver of the Esprit in this, Woody. So Woody is first to say goodbye as I still face alongside Scooter, Crash, Nemesis, Blur, Auto, and Eraser as we go on to Outback. Again, this is probably another track where I'm not going to win, but it's also but this car should still have enough. This car will still have enough go where I'm not going to be basically stuck in last place. And plus this car, because this track at least has some corners. Yeah. Yeah. This thing grips and grips and grips. So again, whilst at this section, I'm probably going to be passed. It won't really matter too much because, again, just not me. I just need to be not last. Actually, to be honest, I thought they would have caught me by now. The faster cars, the Asdira and the XU220, they have not yet. Let me look at the map. Oh wow, I still got quite a bit of a gap on them.
Final lap.
Well, we're already on the last lap, and I've still got a gap, and well, here come the corners again. Like, this thing grips around the corner so well, I don't even have to let off the throttle. It will just do it at it will take the corner at top speed here. This thing, like, the Elise GT1 is a good handling car, but the Indigo basically slaps it around silly. The Indigo has so much grip. Oh, and I see my chat extension through OBS had a bit of a moment because now it's telling me, welcome to the chat room. But I never left. Yeah, the Nazca C2 is in Need for Speed 2 Special Edition. That's in B class. Oh, now they start catching up. Even though I took those corners like so quickly, I'm putting that on the rubber banding. And again, I'm not worried about them because this is not the track where I need to worry about being in front of them right now.
Best lap.
So we still got a podium finish. So we are in good shape.
You just beat the best time for this track.
And look at that, best time too. So who are we saying goodbye to? Otto is going home. They finished last in their Cala. So Blurred, Scooter were the ones in front of me. Nemesis, Crash at a Race are holding on. As we're gonna go to the next race here, North Country. Yes, I have doing more than two. I have doing more than 2 races in this part because it's only 2 laps for these, so it's not as long. If there is any track that could properly show the capabilities of the Indigo, this is it. Because this track, we already know how many sharp sections it has. Like, look at how it just absolutely flies through these corners. And flies in the air when I accidentally do that. Like, this thing, it's honestly like a Formula 1 car almost, like in comparison. Like the Elise GT1 does not handle like even remotely like this in comparison. Like this just makes mincemeat of everything in the handling department. Like they're not like I am well and truly away from them now. I don't think they're gonna catch me, honestly. Unless I do that. Okay, get on the road. Thank you. These are gonna be a 7th race. You'll have to wait and see. Like if I let off the throttle, I do notice it does grip just that little ever bit more.
lap record. Final lap.
So yeah, that was a lap record on a standing start lap for me. I did a 2:02 in this thing, and that lap wasn't even perfect. There we go. At least I didn't start flipping a lot that time. And I can notice, again, the AI is trying to catch up. Like, it's trying to rubber band up here. But I'm taking these corners so quickly that they can't catch up. Like, they can make some progress because of the rubber banding, but not enough for it to matter. Unless that happens. But yeah, like, you can see just how much speed I could take that section in with this thing. That was a little too much, though. So yeah, we're gonna get a sub 2-minute lap here. There we go. 153 around here. This car is so good that sub 2 minutes is doable.
Congratulations. You just beat the best time for this track.
And that was sub 4 minutes around there.
You just beat the best lap time for this track.
So Eraser has officially he's just been erased. Which means Crash, Nemesis, Blur, and Scooter are the only ones left. We go to race number 4. Back to Canada.
3, 2, 1, go!
Again, whilst this is a quick, speedy track, it's just... Let's see how well this thing does with that little cut, which I'll do on this lap. That well. That's just not a sweat at all. Yeah, the Indigo is basically like a cheat code in terms of the way it just drives around these corners. Like, I still have to be careful, especially because of the jumps on these, but... Oops, did not mean to do that. Although the car was back into the car was kind of loose, so I was kind of just along for the ride there. I came ever so close to beating the lap record I set with that F50 on a standing start lap of the Indigo. I was about just a 10th off. And yes, I did I decided not to take it this time because I just wanted to show how this car goes around that corner. Oops. Like you can see, the AI is trying to like catch up. They're really trying. The game's really trying to push it in to give me a fight here, but it's just not enough. Yeah, I really went in there with a lot of speed this time. Thought I could just do that. Worked mostly well.
Lap record.
And there we go. That was a 1:45. Just taking seconds off my lap time. Crushed it through there. That was a 3:39 flat for both laps combined. And with that, Blur is gone. Just leaves Crash, Nemesis, and Scooter. All right, and we're back with the second part of the knockout as we go over to Minutes Radio. Hopefully this time things will not be a balls ache with the AI and whatnot. I have a this track does have some speedy sections, but I have a feeling that things might go better. Yeah, no worries. You've been here a while, Meister. Please get some rest. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. And thank you for the gift sub earlier that you gave to somebody. You're the one in Badger's 32-1 in terms of gift subs given tonight. Oh gosh. I don't even see them on the map at all right now. I might like just way. I might just way in front. Guess I am. Oh, now I can see them because of this section. And again, new lap record on a standing start lap there. I knocked a whole second off. Ow. Well, I guess to be fair, it wouldn't be this track if I still didn't have to deal with a physics moment at least once. Oh, sorry. I am still here. I'm just concentrating, and also just 5 hours of doing this. Like sometimes you stream for a while and you start to just feel it kind of creep, like especially when you're a bit exasperated because of how the game's been going. Yeah, the energy kind of crawls up on you. Yes, that's the next game, by the way.
Lap record.
Well, even despite that crash out early on, it's still a sub 130, so that's nice. If it didn't have that crash out, I could have done a sub 3 minute around here, which is, so that's slightly disappointing. But whatever, it's not that important. And Crash is gone. No more Bandicoot. Nemesis and Scooter are the only two remaining, as now we head on to Mystic Peaks. Yes, there are still 2 other cars left, but we're on the last track. So wait a second.
1, go!
Surely this must be a mistake. Well, you will see. Unless you've already played this game or know enough about this game, because then that gives it away for you, because you already know. Well, that went well. No, there is no exclusive track on the PlayStation 1 version. You were thinking about the special edition. There is a track exclusive to the PC version, or exclusive to the special edition, excuse me, of Need for Speed 2. If I remember correctly, I think it's called Lost Canyons. I think might have the name wrong, but there is an exclusive track in Need for Speed 2 Special Edition. Oh, yeah, the PS3 has bonus tracks that are not in the PC version. The PS1 version has bonus tracks that are not in the PC version. Oh, Last Resort. That's what it is. Last Resort's the exclusive track in Special Edition. See, one of the biggest problems with this track is it's hard to even put like your throttle down and just go for it, because so many of these sections you have to be so overly careful with. Physics. They still really are something. Shit.
Lap record.
So even despite all that, that was still like almost 12 seconds faster than my best that I did with the GT1. It's just a lot. It's just way easier to be way more confident with the Indigo. That lap still had tons of faults. Oh, I hate this section. Like, hello? Physics? Physics not home. Physics. Oh, for God's sakes. It's so hard to do a clean lap here because of just all these inclines and shit. Oh, is that how it is? What? I can't restart either, by the way. I swear, if I lost because of that. Oh no, he's going like piss slow. That's fine. It's fine. Nothing to worry about. That lap was just messy, but... everything's fine. Nothing to worry about. That was still better than my best lap with the GT1, despite all of that. Funny enough. Okay. Yes. Improvements. And with that, Scooter is gone. Just leaving Nemesis left. And yep, there's one last track left. This is the game's bonus track, Monolithic Studios. It's certainly a track of sorts. Like, it is, like, it's basically, it's this game's version of Las Vegas, basically. Except you're going through, essentially, what's a movie lot. And yes, this section is why I'm letting off a bit. And yes, we're even in monolithic Jurassic Monolithic now. Oh shit. Yes, T-Rexes and shit. Fucking dinosaurs, mate. And yes, despite it's the very zany environment, it is not the longest track in the game.
Lap record. Final lap.
So we just gotta do this one more time, and then that's it for the knockout. Oh, Christ alive. This game really does have rubber banding if you haven't noticed by now. Oh, come on. We're not coming all the way to fall on the last hurdle. Because then I'd have to redo this whole thing again if that was the case. Thankfully, this section's, you know. Oh, come on! Don't do this to me, game. Come on, please don't do this to me. Okay. The good thing about having a car with such good handling is I could take this faster than they can. And there we go. See? Nothing to worry about. I'm just making it more interesting is all. That's my excuse. But there we go. The knockout is done.
You just beat the best.
And at some point, apparently at some point, I did 226 miles an hour. I certainly didn't notice.
Congratulations. You just beat the.
And there we go. That is, yes, that's the password. Shot me. I don't know why they chose it that. Maybe because it's a movie theaters thing. Maybe so shot as in like on camera. I don't know. Well, in terms of unlocks, that's it. Now we have Monolithic Studios unlocked. In terms of the Indigo and the Monolithic Studios track, the passwords that you saw, Little Zip in the case for the tournament and Shot Me in the case for the Monolithic Studios track, those are listed as like sort of cheat codes. So if you, but of course, because they're password based, if you know the password, then well, yeah. However, there is a little bit more to that. Now, we are going to put a password in, and we're going to put the same password in twice because of what I'm being told, what I'm seeing here in terms of one of my usual go-to cheat sites, Cheat CC, Cheat Code Central, which was I think if you've been around the internet long enough, you probably know exactly what site that is. It's still around to this day, which is nice. I was always a Game Winners person. Game Winners was always my go-to place, but sadly they are not around anymore. Thankfully, Cheat CC still is, so not all doom and gloom. So if you enter the code Power Up without the E, you see there, all cars upgraded Pioneer engines. What it says here is if you upgrade it a second time, it increases the power even more. So, yeah. Also, one other thing I want to show, if you do use simulation, you can adjust like these sort of settings to improve the cars and whatnot. You don't get that in arcade, so... just worth pointing that out. So what I'm going to do here is let's go to the bonus track again, and hopefully I can do this in time. So because I got to hold all the shoulder buttons, so L1, L2, R1, and R2, and then X, triangle, square, and circle whilst it's loading. So I got to hold all of these down. And then once the race begins,
3, 2,
there, yep,
1, go.
we now have a bunch of extra camera views. Little bit pointless, especially because imagine trying to use most of these in racing. I can't imagine it would go particularly very well, but it's there for a little bit if you just want a little bit of an extra thing. And yeah, this is what putting that power up code twice is. You are now in a rocket. This thing basically just goes from zoom to zoom. Oh, that's probably where I hit the 232 in that Indigo, I imagine. But yeah, instant speed. It's just if the game is not fast enough for you, you can make it faster. But of course, you knew that. Well, from what you can see. No, I'm not gonna do the full race because this is meant to just be like more of a bonus part, anyways. So, anyways, really, the only other thing to show is, and I'm not going to show all of these off. There are tons of these. You could drive as traffic and prop vehicles. So you got like a Mercedes-Benz traffic car, a Saab, BMW, a Mazda, 2CV, a Beetle, a Quattro, a Jeep Wrangler, a Volvo station wagon, a limo. You can guess where the limo's from. A Land Cruiser, a Jeep Comanche, a van, army trucks, snowplow, a school bus, a tram, a semi-tractor, and a covered wagon. And then there's a few funny ones. But of course, if you know anything about this game, there's only one that really matters. And that's the one that we're going to put in. And all of these codes are basically some form of letters and then always ends with me. So it's the easy way to remember. They all have the same sort of format in a way. There we go. And just for a bit of fun, I will again put on the power up code. And yes, I'm doing it. I will again do it twice. Okay. So I want to end this off with one of my personal favorite tracks. And let's go. camera is already very confused.
3,
Yeah. Remember that T-Rex prop that was in the Monolithic Studios? We're driving it now. We are now the T-Rex. Not that this car is particularly useful because, well, it's not... These vehicles not exactly quick. Me putting the power-up code kind of helps a bit. But, yeah. That horn side is screwed up, and I don't know what happened to the graphics there. That's all screwed up. And yes, if you hold the horn button, it makes a roaring sound. You can't really hear if it's in bumper view. But yeah, there's a reason why Need for Speed 2 is seen as the silly game in the series. That bridge just clotheslined the T-Rex, but it's still going. I hope you have fun, by the way, Weirdo, with the achievement when you got to do the retro achievements, because most of them are on sim handling. So have fun. Oh my God, the T-Rex is dead. I can't. Oh God, I can't do a fucking critical voice anymore. No, you got to do it, man. You got to do it for completion's sake. That bridge just closed like the T-Rex was still going. I used to be so good at doing the voice, like a more monotone version of his voice. Can't really do it anymore. It's been too many years. I'm just going to finish this lap, and then that'll be it. Oh my God.
Wow, and people say Forza Horizon is unrealistic.
I know, right? Have they ever become a T-Rex? I love how like this section here just looks like you're above the whole tunnel because of that. It's great. Well, there you go. Again, there's plenty of other vehicles. Some of them drive better than others and yada yada yada, but I wanted to show the most important one, which was that T-Rex. And yeah, that's... Despite the bit of the trouble that I had to go through, that is Need for Speed 2. Simply put, if you're planning on playing Need for Speed 2, play the Special Edition on PC. You will have a much better time. Unless you got to play this on PS1 and go through retro achievements. Come on, Weirdo, you got to do it. I did it. You have to do it. You have to share my pain. I'm just kidding. You don't actually have to do it if you don't want to. But yeah, so the next game will be Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit. But of course, as you know, I actually did a playthrough already of the PlayStation version on my channel. Actually, only about a couple years ago. It's not like Need for Speed 2 SC where I did that many years ago. It wasn't that long ago I did the PS1 version of Need for Speed 3. So go watch that if you want to see how that goes. But in terms of playthrough wise, Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit, the PC version, is what we're going to be taking a look at next. So stay tuned for that. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please make sure to check out links down below in the description. And I hope to see you all in the next playthrough.